All right, shalom, 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 y'all. It's Michael Israel. You watching Spiritual Combat, and we are here. I've been super busy. That's why you have not heard from me in a while. We are continuing to shake heavy, move hard. Got a couple things to talk about. Some stuff I'm gonna update y'all on. Let me see. Okay, Um, so yeah, we got a whole slew of things we're gonna be talking about. As you can tell by the topic of today's show, is it says no pain, no gain. So we're gonna just be I'm gonna hit on that a little bit. Um, we A lot has happened since I was last on here. So we'll go over all that. As y'all know, I was up in Straightway Indy, so we were up there for a while. I'm gonna talk about that. Talk a little bit about health and herbs in this season, because you know, still a lot going on. So I'm gonna reiterate some things about just staying healthy and in good condition in this season that we're in, with the plague going around. You know what I'm saying? Um, but with that said, let's get in a couple things. So the first thing is, as some of y'all might know, on the way back from Indy, well, Indy was awesome. Okay, pastor and a lot of other straightway leadership was up there. Um, we went up there. We were installing a security camera system for the brothers up there. Um, so we were doing a lot of work, and we got to fellowship a lot. So it was just a blessing to be up there. As y'all know, on the way back, we got in an accident. And it was actually pretty serious. All the saints are fine. Everybody who was on the bus was fine. As y'all know, Straightway Florida, we purchased two shuttle buses. So on the way home, we were going down the highway late at night. Everybody's asleep, and there was a car in the middle of the highway, uh, with the lights off in park. Don't know why, but we smacked right into the back of them. All the that's that extra. So, but anyway, we smacked into the back of them, and the bus hit that vehicle so hard it knocked the wheels off the front wheels off of our bus. They actually went up under the bus, and the bus slid down the highway a little bit, came to a stop near the guardrail on the side of the highway. All of us were fine, but of course, the first thought that pops in your mind is, what the, what I'm saying? Everybody's like, but the whoever, one of the people in the car that we smacked into, it was a fatality. They died. They passed away. One of the people in there, and you know, I mean, to get hit by something that big, that hard, and it's funny because the police said that's a regular occurrence on that stretch of highway out there, and they said there was alcohol involved, and that the car was actually, when they came up on the car was in park. So I don't know what they were doing out there, but all the brothers are fine. But anyway, so since we since we've gotten back here, man, we've been busy. Ever since Feast of Tabernacles, man, we have been insanely busy down here in Straightway, Florida, in a great way, in a good way. Uh, there's been a lot of, with our business we have here, we've really been picking up a lot of jobs, and what we got going on right now, the reason I'm on here is actually kind of the calm before the storm, because a lot of jobs that we've started on, we're on pause with a couple of them until other contractors finish up their work. Then we're going to go back in and finish our jobs. So we're waiting on them. But in the meantime, we're just stocking up on stuff to, get this work done. We got other little things keeping us busy. Today, there wasn't any work, and we're not going to do any vehicle work because it's getting ready to rain. So it's literally like I just got off work, so it's literally like a day off out here. You know what I'm saying? But this is, if you pay attention, man, you'll see this garage getting more and more, uh, crowded and full of stock and all types of, you know, supplies and stuff like that. Just getting more and more full. At some point, you know, if the Most High wills, if this thing keeps going the direction going, it'd be great. We'll need a daggone warehouse or something to store this in. But the brothers and sisters here in Straightway, Florida, they are pressing hard towards the mark. They're staying the course, just serious minded, making the sacrifices to get to be set apart and to so that we can live even more set apart. As y'all know, one of our goals is getting on land, and that's one of the things that you could call the core nucleus of Straightway Florida. That is one of the things we are endeavoring to do. And it happen without loving your brother as you love yourself and loving the Lord with all your heart, mind, and soul. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen, and not just in word, but in deed, with the footwork. And that kind of brings me to the topic I wanted to discuss, and it's no pain, no gain. And where the way I got this topic is I've had multiple people either contact me or people I've been dealing with right here in our assembly right here, where this topic is relevant. And the way what inspired it was Pastor Dow's message yesterday that he did on YouTube, where he was talking about mental fortitude, fortifying, being spiritually and mentally fortified, being tough in the mind, you know what I'm saying? Not being soft. That's where that's where I got the idea for this topic, is from his message yesterday. If y'all haven't seen it, go over to Pastor Dow's YouTube page and check it out. It was an awesome message about fortifying your mind. I mean, that went deep for me. And it actually helped some of the brothers right here in the assembly. And just realizing that, like the title of the show is "No Pain, No Gain." You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of people have, in different areas for different reasons, there's a fear of pain or discomfort or inconvenience, and that fear gets in the way of them moving forward and doing what thus saith Yah. You know what I'm saying? Truly walking this thing out. And the brothers and sisters here in that are around me here truly are about that action. They truly understand that you ain't gonna get that gain without that pain. And what is the pain that you're having this knee jerk, reaction to? What's going on, Chris? So what's the pain that you're having? Hey, say shalom to the saints.
Hey, shalom, y'all. Bless y'all. What y'all got going on? Y'all working? Y'all ain't working? All right. I am. I'm tired.
So so what is the pain that you're having that response to? You know, that's causing you to not gain. You know, that you're not going through. You know what I'm saying? What's the sacrifice that you fear making? You know, everybody has, you know, and you have to face it or you're not going to gain. You know what I'm saying? I was on a brother called me. Um, he lives out west, and that it came down to that. I saw that same thing in it, and then I talked to a brother the day before about a situation. Same thing. I dealt with two situations today. Same thing. That that lack of understanding that, hey, you got to get fortified mentally and spiritually in order to move forward. Um, if you let me say if if you get deliverance, there's a lot of brothers and sisters who are getting deliverance and from spirits and things they're wrestling with. But if you get that deliverance and you don't fortify your mind and solidify your mind, then it's gonna. What does the word say? Those spirits are gonna return to tempt you again. You know what I'm saying? So that has to be there. You know, you have to like that. To me, that that message really cut hard and hit deep because that mind has to be fortified. It has to be some type of understanding that without pain, you ain't gonna get that gain. Without the sacrifice, you know, you're not gonna move forward. You know what I'm saying? Um, what I want to do is let me see. Let me see something real quick. Okay, so somebody said this message is definitely for them. Yeah. Um, the you know, I was talking to one brother today. You know, one of the brothers here in the assembly, the house here, and you know, it's like when you're in the military. You know, the military gets this. You know, and you know, it says the Most High, He's a man of war. Who is His name? Um, and he also says, endure hardness as a good soldier. Like and I don't know if I quoted that correctly, perfectly, but if somebody could just post a verse in there, that'll help me out. But he tells you to endure hardness as a good soldier. You know, and so endure the tough. You know, and be willing to go through the pain. Um, when the pain's there. So and the military gets this. That's why when they discipline you, they do it physically. One of the sayings that we have around here for some of our brothers that we're trying to really get up to speed with what we're doing is um, if the mind does not comprehend, the body must pay. You know, their brother Emmanuel's in there right now. He brother Emmanuel is, I think he's the youngest brother in here in Straightway. Um, and you know, when he came up from his upbringing, he understood he had a lot to learn, and he had a desire to get himself where he needed to get. And I talked to him just like a real man and told him, hey, I want to help you get where you need to get. You say you want to get here, I want to help you get there. He's like, but this is what it's gonna take, you know. Um, hold on. Yeah, so I told him, hey, this is what it's gonna take, and I explained to him exactly what it would take for him to get where he needed to get. And I also explained to him what I needed to see in order for me to know that he's serious and everything, and he showed it. And he knows this saying through and through, because when he when he makes certain mistakes, we have him do burpees. There's another brother here we doing it with, and he's learning, he's progressing, he's beginning to get it. And it's a type of love that most brothers haven't really experienced, because a lot of brothers have been raised in an effeminate way, in a soft, weak way. So they've never experienced the love of a father, or the uh, the care that men show. Men don't show care in the way like women will show care. Oh, it'll be okay, baby. This, that, and the other. You know, nah. The way men show love is, hey man, get your ass up, man. Hey man, why are you doing stupid? It's different. It's a more masculine type love. So, you know, um, a lot of men haven't experienced that, and that's why they tend not to be grounded. They're easily shaken emotionally. They fear a lot of stuff. They don't have that boldness that, like Pastor Dow was saying, they're not fortified in their mind. You know what I'm saying? Um, so, uh, so Brother Manuel, man, he has that saying down. He said, if the mind doesn't comprehend, and he put in capital letters, the body must fade. And, he knows when he's making, hey, 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 uh, he knows when he's making those types of mistakes, or having, mental glitches, or whatever you want to call it, where people do careless things. He knows that that is what's going to happen. And in doing that, in a short period of time, we've seen a lot of growth with Brother Emmanuel. Brother Emmanuel hadn't even fellowship with us at the beginning of this year. I only communicated with him on Marco Polo. Fast forward, here we are, it's December, and Brother Emmanuel has moved up here. He is growing spiritually. We really see him getting involved with deliverance and growing in that area. And as of now, he is an electrician's helper. So he has a job uh, working with a electrical contractor. He's learning to be an electrician. When he gets off that job as an electrician, so when his day ends there, he's calling us on the phone, asking where we're at. And we're out doing something with the business, and he'll come out there. He'll come out to wherever we're at, and he'll come work with us wherever we're at till late, and then rinse and repeat. So, you okay, man? All right. He's making a lot of noise. So anyway, he gets it, and he's made the sacrifice. He's all in. We don't have any doubt. And that's just a thing that you know you can discern on brothers. I'll be here soon. If I get a little more free time towards the end of the month, I'm gonna be putting out more content, actually showing what we're doing. I don't have time to do all that crap right now. I got time to do this, and then when I get done with this, I gotta start ordering stuff for these jobs coming up. Um, but he gets it. You know what I'm saying? He's done some careless stuff, and we done smoked him. He felt it physically, to where now there's a little catch, and he's like, you know what? Let me rethink that. You know. But look, let me tell you this. When we were up there in Straightway Indy, you know, for this, and it's something we see with a lot of brothers and sisters is, and just like Pastor's message that was so powerful that he did last Shabbat, on the passivity, that passive, inattentive mind. We see that a lot with brothers and sisters, and we watch. I'm not going to put the name at it, but we watched the brother go through deliverance for that, and show that he's sincere about turning from that mindset. And we saw a, and still continue to see a change in his brother's footwork. You know what I'm saying? With concerning the inattentiveness and the passivity of mind. These are spirits. It's real. But if you don't have a fortified mind, you're gonna get deliverance, and then it's gonna come back, and because your mind ain't fortified, it's gonna come right back on you again. So that's why, once again, it pays to be around the saints, and to live set apart, because it makes it easier to for spiritual growth and for change and everything like that. All right, let me see. Hey, I'm gonna try to flip this camera around so my thumb ain't coming on, all on the screen. Just bear with me. All right. All right. Y'all let me know if that's better, because now my thumb's not gonna be on the screen. Okay. But anyway, yeah, that's Brother Emmanuel in there, reciting the line that he has come to know well. But he don't do look, it only takes a short period. He don't do a whole bunch of burpees anymore. He more about that action now. All right. So I want to say shalom to Brother Charles, Brother James, shalom to you. Bless you well, Brother Van from Houston. Hey, shalom, Brother Van. Shalom, Carl. Carol. I don't know. I probably pronounced it wrong. Y'all gonna beat me up. Somebody said, glory to Yah, glory to the King, that Father Yah keep y'all safe. Yeah, praise Yah for our safety. And we also learned a lot from that situation also. Shalom, Brother Adam. Natalie, shalom to you. Brother Mr. Goomba, he told me to speak on it. This message is for me. Please speak on it. I'm listening. We're gonna hey, look, we're gonna keep digging on it. Hey, and Brother Goomba, you need to also check out Pastor's message he did yesterday on it's hitting on that, and then also the message he did on Shabbat also. Sister Koya, y'all say shalom to Koya. She is in there getting after it. Denise, shalom to, she says shalom family and blessings to the household of Brother Israel. Blessings to you too. Let me see. And then there's that verse. It says, Timothy, 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Christ. Okay. All right. A bunch of people posted in there, and then somebody said, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. A soldier, see? You ain't gonna about that warfare. Endure till the end. That's right. That's right. That's right. Somebody said, Shalom, shalom to you. I said truth, facts. All right. So yeah, y'all. So And shalom to Straightway Georgia East. Good to see y'all in there. Shalom, brothers. Um, but yeah, that's what it's about. Is being about that action. I've been seeing some stuff. Uh, you know, I don't. I think I talked about on here where uh, some Hebrew I know from back before I came in the Straightway when I was just doing the spiritual combat thing. He uh, he had reached out. I was on it was called a panel of elders or something to that extent. It was like a video phone call type thing. And what it was about them putting things into place to begin, you know, taking action, I guess, for lack of a better word. I don't know. But that was what the conference call was about. I've been on these before. Um, the brother who invited me to be on that conference call or that video call, I see y'all dealing with him, pulling him to be about that action. Um, you know, but I also on a call, I see where there's people who do want to make something happen, and then there's people who just, are just distracted, for lack of a better word. They just don't get it, and you can call it analysis paralysis, where these people are just, and it was the same thing I was deceived by, where you come into this Hebrew Israelite awakening, but the bulk of this so-called Hebrew Israelite movement is just simply Christianity, uh, Christianity remix. It's not a new song; it's just a remix of Christianity, where you just continue studying, 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 reading, figuring out new information, more new information, studying, reading the same stuff over when, the word is pretty straightforward. Come together with your brothers and sisters, have all things in common, love Yah, follow his commandments, actually put it into action, you know. So in the meantime, these people, a lot of the talk was, hey, we need to make schools. Hey, we need to form businesses. Hey, we need to have our own government. We need to have this, that, and other. You know, uh, the oppressor keeps suppressing us, this, that, and other. When the solution is right there in front of you every single Shabbat. The solution is standing right in front of you. And what's that solution that's standing right in front of you? Your brothers and sisters that you're fellowshipping with right there in front of you. Why aren't you coming together with them? Oh, we are trying to come together. No, move in with that brother. Y'all both in debt. Move in. You see what I'm saying? But nobody wants to go through the pain in order to get the gain. There's no mental fortitude. Nobody's willing to make that sacrifice. The answer ain't money. You know what I'm saying? The answer is brotherhood. Come together as a nation, right? How are you going to do that? What's step one on that? Step one ain't forming a government or a council or a panel or a board or nothing like that. Step one is coming together and having all things in common like they did in the book of Acts. People ain't getting it, man. People, I'm telling you, they're Babylonian Hebrew Israelites and they're Catholic Hebrew Israelites. Okay? And I mean, you know, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's very basic. And I said that in the meeting. And some people I could tell it resonated with, but a lot of people wanted to stay focused on, well, first thing, we got to get through this doctrine. We got to figure out this calendar. We got to do this. We got to do that. We got to do that. If you saw Pastor's message when if you saw Pastor's message when he came up there to, when he was up in Straightway, Indy, if you saw his message when he came up there, hey, Chris, hold it. Hey, Chris, go sit down because you distracted me, man. I got a hard enough time concentrate. Just leave it. So if you saw Pastor's message when he came up the straightway Indy, um, and I forgot what I was. Oh, he was talking about he addressed because those same Hebrews they wanted to invite Pastor to be on a board of elders or a panel of elders, and I Pastor made a good point. He was like, you know, what is there to talk about when it's being done right there? You know what I'm saying? What's there to talk about when everything that he would possibly say on a if he was to go on a board of elders, everything that he would say there was already said right there on video and live in person at Ron Dalton's great gathering, Hebrew Awakening, whatever the name of that event was, that was held up there in Detroit. And that thing was broadcast far and wide. And not only was it broadcast far and wide, the greater part of that Hebrew community acknowledged him as the Hebrew Man of the Year for what? His footwork, for actually putting the word into action. So he was acknowledged for it, which I don't think an event like that is going to happen again. It's not going to happen again in the Hebrew community. I don't think it's going to happen again. I think Ron is in Africa now, you know? Um, so it's like all that's already been done. Why are we doing that again when it's being done? And on top of that, I live streamed the whole event. At the time my event, that was probably the height of my YouTube popularity or whatever you want to call it. So a ton of people saw that thing. And not on top of that, I followed suit after passing out, put that truth out. I went on and followed after him with it and documented even to this day, to right now, we're live here on YouTube, and everybody has seen the results of what happened. So really, why would we waste time jumping on a panel to what are we gonna do? Like, what's the point? So that was the that was what Pastor said. One of the things he mentioned and said at the up there in Indy when he taught that message up there in Straightway Indy. Okay, he's you know um, it said, "Be ye." Somebody post this scripture in there if you can. It said, "Be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves." So you can actually deceive yourself just hearing the word all the time, talking, and not sacrifice, making a simple sacrifice, something as simple as moving out of your house and all y'all move into one house. Like something that simple. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna have major ramifications for you spiritually and economically. That's some of the fruit that's gonna come off doing something that simple. Okay? So, but once again, it comes back to what I'm saying, being about that action, the mental fortitude. How are you gonna get mental fortitude? How are you gonna acquire the mental fortitude? Going through the pain, making the sacrifices, taking action. When you know it's right, you do it, even though you don't feel right. You act. You see what I'm saying? And then what are you going to develop? Mental fortitude. Okay? All right. So let me see. Endure. Let's see what y'all in here saying. Somebody's Shalom, Brother Bernard. They're giving thumbs up to it. All right. Um, That's right, Saints. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscription button. Y'all know what to do. Somebody said, Shalom, Brother Mike from the UK. All right. Shalom to you, Steve. Somebody said, big old facts. That's right. That's all we dropping. And that's what we trying to show with our footwork is big old facts. All right. Shalom, Sister V. Shalom to you. Pastor's action speaks louder than his words, being a doer of the word. That's right. I mean, and it that's book. It's almost so, it's almost like a slap in the face. It's like, you see somebody doing it, but I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, people in that boot loop, they caught in that loop of thinking, that study loop where they just studying stuff. All right, brother Gideon, shalom to you. He said, "Shalom, tough guy." All right, Sister V said James chapter 1, verse 22. It says, "But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves." All I do, y'all know, man, all I do is I be quoting these same verses over and over and over again, because it's like, why go into anything more advanced when you're not doing the basics? Why why talk about the roof and the drywall when you don't even have the foundation poured yet? You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, here's spiritual combat. That's all you gonna get mollywopped upside your big stupid head with, is just the basics, the basics, the basics, the basics. Because people are basically not doing the basics. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not going into all this deep philosophical, 3 levels deep biblical stuff, when the simple surface level basics that my young daughters um can understand is not being done. And it's like, and it's we're reproving, we're rebuking, and we're admonishing, we're crying aloud, and we're sparing not, that look, y'all are not doing it. Y'all not doing anything to bring forth real, serious spiritual development and growth. The type of spiritual growth you're gonna get when you live in a house, what is it, in a 4-bed, 2 bath with 16 people, you're gonna get some spiritual growth. Okay? You're gonna see your strengths and weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, it just is gonna happen. Is you know, and it's iron sharpening iron, sharpening the countenance of your friend, of your brother, of your sister. You know, um, where does your marriage have to be at in order to live, move your family in? How solid is your family where you can move your family in with multiple other families? You know what I'm saying? There's a degree of spiritual development and mental fortitude that has to happen, or that will happen, or that will begin to happen when you move in, when you do something on that level, when you have all things in common, when you um when you truly walk the word out. Gold is tried in the fire, purifications will come off. So and for me it's funny, man, because when I don't I literally I don't see anything. Well, I ain't gonna say anything. I barely see anything about, or hear anything about, the so-called Hebrew Israelite community that's out there now. For the most part, at work, at my job, or when I get off my job, I'm working the business, or when I'm not doing that, I'm trying to enjoy my family and just relax a little bit. And I really don't have a whole bunch of time on social media. When I am on social media, it's studying. I'm studying about herbs, or I'm studying about spiritual things or something like that. But during the rare times I do get a taste of what's going on out there, just a bunch of pontificating, just a bunch of vain babble about nothing going on out there, and no action. People, people still in the, excuse me, people still in the same spiritual place they were at a year ago. People still in the same economic situation they were in a year ago. People still in the same social situation they were in a year ago. You name it, they're just in the exact same place. They're just learning more shit. You see what I'm saying? And if if you're learning if you're bringing a bunch of shit into your head, somebody put in the comments what that makes you. Okay, I'll wait for y'all. Y'all put in the comments what that makes you if that's what you're doing. Okay, and in the meantime, I'm watching what happens when you remove the fear and the mental blocks and the greed and the selfishness out of your mind, and you look for ways to walk Yah's word out even more. And I'm looking and I'm experiencing the fruits and the blessings of what happens when you do that. You see what I'm saying? So some pastor says, like, what can they tell me? What can they possibly tell him on a panel when he's actually doing? So it's like, something I saw when I was studying this leadership thing it was about the Navy SEALs and stuff. And, you know, what, and this is kind of about what I'm talking about, but what they were saying is when you're going through like buds, like people like me who haven't been through buds, buds is their basic underwater demolition or whatever. It's the Navy SEAL indoctrination training, basic training thing that's real hard, and it's harder than pretty much anything in the military for the most part. And what they were talking about is to the people who haven't made it through buds, is like, ooh, bud, it's this big thing. Like to me, it's like a big deal. Like, dang, you went through that. To the people who made it through buds and are SEALs now, and in their training thing, everybody went through buds, so it's no big deal. You see what I'm saying? Everybody has went through it, so it's not a big deal to them. It's like, hey, we went through buds, whatever. It don't even get talked about. It's less than nothing. To them, their live weapons training and all this training is the big deal, is the big challenge, or whatever they're training on. But then on a whole nother level, they were like, to the SEALs who have been in actual combat, all that training is really nothing. Everybody's been through that. But they've been through actual combat. That bombs have went off, and they've experienced what all this training was trying to prepare them for, but it can't. It can't compete with the actual experience of there's nothing. And Brother Gideon, you in there watching, there's nothing that could prepare you for real war. You could only do the best you can to actually get people to a level where, okay, this is the closest we could get. But they try and do all they can to simulate it, but nothing can simulate when things are actually getting ready to, people are actually out there trying to kill you, and they're trying, like, because their life depends on killing you, so they're trying with all their might to take you out. There's nothing that can really prepare you for that experience. So saying that, to go back to, it's the same thing when you come in to Straightway and you actually truly get after it, and you actually truly submit and commit it for walking this thing out, the Straightway and what we're doing here, and walking this thing out the way Straightway does. Yeah, you can study. I watch these dudes breaking down all this Bible stuff, but you can see they don't really know about it. They don't really know. They don't really know about being selfless and truly dealing with the stuff that's so deeply ingrained in you that you almost have a reaction, a reflex to it. You know what I'm saying? They don't know this, so they ain't really been in the trench. They just studio gangsters. Studio gangsters. You know, studio gangsters. You know, you sound tough in the studio. You ain't been in the streets. You know what I'm saying? But that's, you see what I'm saying? So that's the way this looks. And I'm not, you know, I just you know, I'm a newbie here in Straightway. I'm super green behind the ears. I'm talking about, I'm trying to express it from a Pastor Dow or Elder Rufus perspective. The Lord knows, because look, I talked to Elder Rufus yesterday about a problem I thought was a big deal, and he was like, "Yep." He's like, "Yeah, been there, done that. Got the T-shirt, wore it. T-shirt got old, threw it away. Blah blah blah." You know, and he broke down the truth on it. Brother Gideon put in there. He said, "Put people under the most stress they can outside of war, so they can think and work um, under a load." So he's basically talking about how they try to train people and prepare them for war. He said they try to put people under the most stress they can outside of war. They try to stress them out. And look, man, this man, man, it's so edifying to talk to warriors, like, because the stuff they say goes deep into the word. You know, it's a direct correlation to spiritual warfare. I was talking to a brother here today. We had a nice long conversation telling him about why, you know, it's good to go through pain and just to endure and to fight in your mind this stuff and discipline your mind, have that mental fortitude, so that when you're in war, you perform correctly. You know what I'm saying? So that's so heavy with, uh, you know, that comment that Brother Gideon put in there. Um, Brother RA answered my question there about what happens when all you're doing is filling your head with all this stuff and you ain't doing nothing. He said you become a shithead, a confused person with no uh, detection, blind, being led by the blind just to fit in. He said it's stupid. Okay, so so he's saying that that's what you become. Yeah, and it says deceiving yourselves. That's what'll happen if you or that's what can happen when you just you're ever learning and never coming into the knowledge of the truth, never walking this thing out, you know, that you will deceive your own self. Let me read that verse again. I'm gonna find that verse where they put the verse in there for me. Let me see if y'all put it in there for me and help me out a little. I know it's in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's James chapter 1, verse 22. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. You could deceive yourself. And I'm here to say that the vast majority of these people out here just deceiving themselves if they're not taking forth action. If they're not, what does it mean to be selfless? Oh, I'm selfless. I do this. What does it mean to give all, to truly commit all, you know, share all, give all? You know, what does it truly mean to love your brother as you love yourself? You know, oh, well, I do that, you know, on the Shabbat. I bring food to our Sabbath gathering in my Hebrew assembly that I'm a part of, or I set up the microphones. Okay, so you set up the microphones. In the meantime, these brothers over here have combined their bank accounts. They this brother, his family lives in one room. This family lives in another room. This family lives in another room, all in one house. You know, they've combined everything they had. So, you know, let's compare those. And how might that look to Yah and to Yah's word? Like, which one looks like what? You know? And that's what I'm saying, man. It, that's part of the reason why I don't watch like any I don't talk. I really have nothing to do with any of those Hebrew Israelites that I was messing with before I came to Straightway, because like listening to the stuff they're saying and watching their videos and stuff, it's like it's pointless. It's like y'all not doing anything. I don't see the fruit. All right. Um. All right. So Brother Gideon, he put something else in. He said, think about this. Gold is refined at 12,000 degrees Celsius. That's a lot of heat to make something turn out beautiful and pure. This is good, Gideon. I'm gonna keep reading. So shall we. So shall we. Iron sharpens iron. Trials and tribulations. Yeah, it's real talk. I mean, there ain't too much. He got all off the bone with one right there. You know what I'm saying? He got all the meat off the bone with that. You know, you really can't wiggle around that. So saying what I keep saying, man, y'all need to. These people, a lot of these people out here, whether willingly or unwillingly, they are they're deceiving you. They're putting you in a trance. It's witchcraft. It's sorcery. You're deceived. Okay, you're deceived, man. No pain, no gain. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it is. You know, no pain, no gain. Just like the title of the video. Watch Pastor's video on that mental fortitude. So hardening, you know, being solid in what you're about, not being afraid of inconvenience and pain and worshiping the cares of this world and all that stuff, man. Just do the thing, man. You know. Um, when I'm dealing with people, man, I look at people, and one of the spiritual gifts that two spiritual gifts I since since I first came in the military, I can remember praying for wisdom and discernment. Wisdom was the first thing, but discernment was something I was seeking the Father for years. And it's like I look at people, and and I'm like, okay, I'm like, they come, they want to do, they want to be a part, they want to, you know, um, I want to do this, I want to give out, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, hey, this is what I need from you. Then, if you want to offer all this, is what I need, you know. And a lot of times, the Father puts it on my heart that discern some place, something they need to let go of or grow in, you know. And I'm speaking on this because this is like maybe the fourth or fifth time in the past 2 days that that this has come up, where like I said, some people called me. I'm telling you, a person called me today and said the Father put it on him, put the question on him of what, and I'm just paraphrasing what he said, of how to truly serve him. That's basically what he asked me. And he's like, so how do you truly serve Yah? And I said, love your brothers, you love yourself, love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, and soul, And I went from there about giving all, because see, man, here in Babylon, man, the main deception that they got on the people here in this Babylonian Greco-Roman beast system is capitalism. It's capitalism. It's what you have, people, places, things. That's the main hook that is holding saints back in Babylon. And I don't care whether it's these staunch Hebrew Israelite folks out here, your Morays or imams or whatever these people call themselves. You could guarantee that these people got their own house, their individual lights. They got their own house, their own car, their own bank account, their own stuff, and this, that, and the other. Period. You could guarantee. You understand what I'm saying? You could guarantee these, and and on top of that, they're not encouraging you to share it. You see what I'm saying? They don't have all things in common. You can guarantee that, because that's what Babylon teaches is greed. What is it? Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. But capitalism is like, you know, it encourages you. Oh, like the mindset in America, like survival of the fittest, or something to that extent, where the whole American dream, the American dream is, if you work for it, you can have it. It's not brotherhood and sharing all things with serious minded people. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing is a hustle. It's a deception. Hey, so Brother Gideon said he posted a verse from Ecclesiastes. For with more wisdom comes more sorrow. You're right, brother, and more gray hair. The more videos I do, the more platinum highlights I get. Like as like you go further back in my video, I had less platinum highlights. Now, give it about a year, and the back will probably fill in. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it can be stressful. And it can be frustrating because you see stuff and people don't see it. And then you got to start praying for the spiritual gift of patience and long suffering. That's where I'm growing at now. There's plenty of growth. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But yeah, that's what I got. Other thing, we're gonna talk about herbs and health a little bit. You see this, I'm not gonna say the name they give it. I'm gonna say the Unicron variant. Unicron. The name that rhymes with Unicron. Unicron was a planet devouring robotic planet in Transformers. It's called Unicron. For those of y'all in y'all 40s who remember Transformers, the movie back in the 80s, the animated cartoon, it was a big deal when that came out for me. And they had this planet, it's Unicron, and it ate Cybertron, the Autobots planet, the Transformers planet. But anyway, looking at these variants, they're gonna get, they're gonna get worse. But what you need to understand about viruses is your body has a system to cleanse them out. It's called the lymphatic system. If that system is backed up, your body naturally sends any foreign substances to that system, to the anything that doesn't belong in your body on a cellular level. Your body's going to send it to your body's sewage system, the lymphatic system. If that system is backed up and not moving like it needs to move, the stuff that your body sends there is going to begin to fester in there. And depending on where that bacteria or whatever that is backs up at, that's going to be the name of that disease. Okay. So what I do with the herbs and stuff, and some of the dietary techniques that I've been telling y'all about, what they do is cause that system to begin flowing and moving better and draining better. And in doing that, you cleanse your body out. And you ain't got to be all fearful about all the cancer and all these diseases and all that other stuff out there if you simply get that system up and going. And that's what these herbs do. And anything that people are putting out there that they claim is going to heal this, that, and the other, if it doesn't get that lymphatic system flowing and moving, it's probably BS. I put 98% 99% chance, 100% chance on it is they lying to you is garbage. Because in order to get illness and get this stuff out of the body and all that, you simply have to, because Yah fearfully and wonderfully made you. Uh, these plagues out here are not going to bother you if you're in the proper condition. But if you look at the agenda from the Food and Drug Administration, they administer food and drugs. And then if you look at the Center for Disease Control, they control the diseases and they administer the food and drugs. It's an agenda to knock you off and make money doing it. Okay? So you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Y'all done put everything right here in very simple form to heal you and to make you, all the medicine is here. Ain't nothing complicated. This whole herbal thing is not very complicated. It was complicated figuring it out, sorting through all the bullshit. But now that I've sorted through it, I'm figuring it out. It's not complicated at all. You know what I'm saying? I when we sell our herbs, I charge a price for all the time I spent studying for it. But I also tell y'all exactly how to make it yourself and do it yourself, because you're gonna have to learn this soon. Everybody's gonna have to learn. So yeah, so that's why our antiviral tincture that we have here, it's simple, it's straightforward. It's Paul Diarco, cleavers, mullein, and elecampane. And we're considering adding elderberry to it to help boost the immune system also. And when I say boost the immune system, I simply mean keep your lymphatic system flowing. That's all boosting the immune system can do. Or stimulating what elderberry does is stimulates the lymphatic system to flow better. Basically, that's all it does. Okay? This thing is not complicated, y'all. It's simple, but people want to deceive you to make money. But those are the herbs that are in our antiviral tincture. If you want to get some, Koya is making it in bulk. I instructed Koya, make it in bulk, because I'm looking at this thing flaring up here, this plague surging, and it's the new variant of the plague. So I told her, make it in bulk, so it will be available. Y'all go on householdherbs.org or .com. I forget which one it is. Somebody will post it in there and order you some, or go make it yourself. Okay? But, you don't have to be freaked out and take their what are we gonna call this? What's a good name? Their potion. You don't have to take their potion, okay? In order to alleviate the plague. Yah has already made provision for his people. All right? Praise Yah. All right? Anyway, yeah. And real fast, so last thing I want to say, that those herbs that I named, I'll tell you why I put each one in there. The mullein and elecampane stimulate your cause your respiratory system to fight off any foreign things coming in with mucus and stuff like that. So that's what they cause. They cause you to have a productive cough, and anything foreign that comes in there while you're taking that stuff, it's going to just fight it off pretty quick. The Paul Diarco inhibits viral replication, so it slows the virus down from replicating. And the cleavers stimulates your lymphatic system and causes it to flow and get these foreign substances out quicker. If by any chance a virus makes it past your respiratory system into your body's system and you become infected. So put a 100 up in there if you understand what I'm saying. Um, you know, because I just want to put that out there to show that the stuff that's going to be effective and truly work is gonna on some level is gonna hit that lymphatic system. What are the names again? What are the names again of the herbs, brother Michael? Um, Paul Diarco, mullein, elecampane, and cleavers. And then I'm doing my research about throwing elderberry in there too. We might add that to it because this is also you could take the antiviral respiratory tincture as on maintenance doses to prevent getting anything. If you get something, if you get the plague, you can just take it in higher doses to bang it out of there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm just putting that out there. So yeah. All right. Somebody put a 100 in there. All right, all right. I'll say shalom to y'all. Shalom, brother Brandon. Shalom to you. Good to see you in there. Let's see who else. Yep, Center for Disease Control. Somebody put that in there. Yep. Isn't that funny how they named that? And you, my brain washing was, oh, okay, so they make sure diseases don't get out of control, or no, they control who gets diseases. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Anyway, y'all, good. Appreciate all y'all tuning in. I'm getting ready to wrap this up. I hope this live stream was a blessing to y'all. Just keep an eye out. I'm slowly. I'm be working on a little footwork movie. You could say it'd be it might be about 15 minutes long, maybe, just showing what we've done just since Tabernacles. Y'all, has been insane. It feels like Tabernacles was like a year ago. I mean, with all the stuff that has transpired between then and now, a lot's been going on here. I got a ton of footage and stuff here on my phone, and we're gonna I'm gonna get it to y'all, man, so it can edify y'all. Y'all can see the footwork, bear witness to the footwork, and show y'all the works that's going forth. Somebody said, give the website for the herbs. If somebody could type it in there, it's householdherbs.com. I'm almost 100% sure. Householdherbs.com is our herbal website, and you'll see the antiviral tea on there. It should be right there at the front. I'll wait here for somebody to put it in the comments. I ain't gonna wait long because I gotta go to the bathroom. But it's householdherbs.com, and you can watch some of my past shows. The stuff is no joke. You know, it works. And I named the herbs. Look the herbs up yourself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But I'm gonna wait here for a sec for somebody to put it in the comments just to make sure it's y'all got it. Okay. Can you put the recipes mixtures on the site? Now y'all just asking for everything. I put one part of each herb in the formula for the herb. Okay, and you can take it as a tea. You know, you take it as a tincture and infusion, all that. Bless you, brother. Yes, sir. It is appreciated. Yep. I'm just waiting for somebody to put the website in there, and then I am going to wrap this thing up. So once I see that pop up there, I'm gonna head on out, y'all, and go to the bathroom. All right. Brother Ben said, bless you. for your labor of love, Brother Michael. Many blessings to your household. Blessings to you too, Brother Van. So somebody could put the website in there before my bladder explodes. All right. Share the website, but it won't show as a clickable link. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'll put it in the comments for y'all. Okay, householdherbs.com. I'll put it in the comments of this video, or not in the comments, in the description of this video after I go to the bathroom. Okay, so that's what I will do. Okay, but it's householdherbs.com. I'm pretty sure it's .com. So anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Um, uh, Definitely share this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. And with that said, I'm going to press on with the rest of my evening. I got more work to do. Appreciate all y'all. Shalom, shalom.